Hey, welcome to Electrodeepteeth Part 2. Teckos. Well, I think if you felt a tickle there, I think that you've learned everything up to this point. Because it's supposed to feel really good. Also, another thing about this is your teeth, if they feel itchy, or they make you want to like smoke meth, or they make you want to like, like not brush your teeth or brush your teeth, if it doesn't feel right, or if it has any form of decay or any kind of it feels itchy or like you're eating cereal and your roof of your mouth. That lets you know that the feet that you've seen, are not being looked at and you're averting from it like this, and someone else is looking right at it. I see it. Where is it? Where is it? And it's just like, someone else is looking this way, but I'm looking this way. It's like a V pointing at what is being seen. It's like going like this and looking when I'm not looking at something, and this causes some form of slashing sword of violence, and that. Shit. Boom, 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 pop, pop. Is how that is. So basically what we're talking about right now is that part of your health is perversion. You have to be perverted. You have to look at something. If you don't, then people are going to have moldy feet. They look like shit. It doesn't need to be explained by the people just being quiet and just laughing mutters making this happen. I want to make progress with this. I think that if I'm on this path and I start working this stuff out and I finally have a way I can raise a child, I want to be able to fucking talk to a person and have them know this. It shouldn't take someone to raise a child to do this shit. Then you have to find somebody to marry. And I have to get older. There's other obligations I haven't got to yet. That is what you are not looking at. That is what you are missing. That's what you're, skipping, and someone else is looking at it, looking away from it. It's like when you're looking away from something, you were looking right at it, because like I said before, everything is facing the other direction, it seems. And then there's something that's looking at you. Like I have shit laying around in my room. It's just like saying, this book is looking that way, but this one is being tempted. Or it could be that this is looking away and this shit is being tempted. But that is always facing you. So when you have something that is constantly facing you in memories and things like that, you get learning sunburn. That's what I put in the description. You also get a coin taste. You also have the fact that you will start looking at your hands and, this will look like shoe fabric. The little lines in there. And you also have me as a baby when I had me as a little baby. And Monkey Boy, was looking at me and holding my hand, and somebody had a huge gash in their fucking head somewhere. And it looks like blood just going all the way through it. Just any kind of creases, wrinkles. That is from learning sunburn. That's when you're not looking at what you're looking at, and you're facing the other direction, but you're not looking at it, but you are, and you're in a stuck position. You don't want to be in a stuck position like this. You don't want to be stuck into that bullshit position. You don't want to be stuck in that position. I don't want to be stuck in a good position. Because I learned that good and bad, this is the point here. Alright? Good and bad can be used as a word. But when you have a flip side to things, and then there's another flip side, and then there's another flip side, and then the flip sides have to do with other things that sound like flip side, but it's not what you're looking for. It's when you go to a job and it's not where you want to be. It's when you look at a person, but it's not what you want to look at. It's when you look at a thing and it's looking at you. It's when you describe something and then you can't finish it. All things like that. And right here, basically, we have me, and this is just a teaching from when I was in school, and I couldn't pronounce CL properly. I was also, baptized, which I don't remember, because it was so fucking pornographic that I wasn't allowed to see it. That's so people could smoke my life as a drug, and then pull hairs out of their fucking head so it's completely bald on this top part, so some woman can have a sock with a hole in it and sweat for 1 day and not wash it. Because I did that in my life, and I had a sock that had a hole in it. In fact, 2 or 3 fucking holes in it. And that cause of that is something I could have called out somehow. But I couldn't have because I was a Catholic and was a bitch and didn't know Jesus' dick. You know, and I didn't know Pastor James's dick and St. James's dick. You know, because I was taking anal for about 2 years. You know, and it felt really good. I didn't know why. I didn't know why. You know, and this type of shit is fucked up things that caused me to realize that all this came out from the word Catholic. And I couldn't pronounce it. And it wasn't from that, it fucking was. If you take one frosted flake and you put it on your tongue, you will realize that children only, and not a fully developed person, because the children is an insult to humanity. It's saying that we are not individual personalities, that we are not like seeds that come from trees which live for 400 years. We're saying that we are people that can die any minute. You know, and that's not right. You know, you have pressure. When you look at this light and you close your eyes, it is pushing at a certain amount, at a certain interval. One thing I learned is I can hit my head on a wall and I can see a huge purple gash, you know, boom, and I can see the imprint, and it's purple colored. When your body sees, it's purple colored. You don't just see with your eyes with the purple. You see with the purple with every part of your body. When you get hit, when you feel a push, when you feel touch, when you feel sex, when you feel anything, it can be mapped out and drawn in your mind with the purple thing. But first, you'll see it kind of like in the back of your head, something's going on. Like when I said with passing the cup, you know, feeling is always important. You know, I close my eyes and I can see a hand that I've drawn showing me the hand going behind my head. Really cool looking and looks like gummy worms if I had enough water to drink. Fluoride. Maybe tried, you know, dipping in some of that water with some kind of other cool chemicals. You know, besides chlorine. Maybe just a little bit of lithium in the water, because it's really cool. Because I went to a Colorado hot springs, and it was nice. That's how I feel after learning this. You know, so anyway, so I have my CL on here, and the word click, and then I have a mouse, and I have someone masturbating, and I have someone not doing it. Someone who waited forever to do it, and looks like Ted Bundy, and looks like they have feet that are fucking huge, gigantic, fat stubs, you know, that are not used. And then Bowser's finger with that little tiny claw. It's like, and he can blow out his fucking finger. And all of this is because all it is me pronouncing cluh. And it's supposed to skeet my mouth. A pussy, 'cause I'm a bitch, is what I said. And see, that's something I wasn't aware of. I wasn't aware of it. And that's something we have to undo. We have to take it apart. We have to get rid of the censorship, uncensorship, sexy. And we have to get all of it and use it. Look at it and put it all together and use it. Take it apart, put it back together, add some styles on it, put something new. And like I said, you know, maybe it's called Turnal. You know, maybe it has to do with that stupid Panorama song by Hobson. That's the most annoying thing on earth. But he isn't getting paid. All right? When I say, like, I'd be like, clink scales, and I say my name. There's also gleating. That's when a vagina is having water coming out. You know, that was me, against my will, forced to have water coming out of my mouth. And I wasn't even aware that that's why I was going clah, and I couldn't say clah. It took me until about age 10, 11, or 12 before I could fully say, you know, anything with clah. I say clip, I say clit, I say clink. Everything was like quink, quink. And see, that is when they put the piece of bread on their tongue. And they put a little piece of bread. But that is actually something that caps what you say. And it basically, this is going to taste good. I thought about when we talk about a hat. And you'd be like, you know what you're talking about, your hat? And really they're asking you, are you really sucking dick? You know, and that's what happens when you're a little kid and they're like, I'm gonna go fuck your mouth, bitch, is what they're saying. That's what the censorship is. That's what the uncensorship is. It's bad for your health. It's why you're brushing your teeth with dick and you get freaking, cereal all up in your teeth and it hurts your mouth and it hurts it because you don't get to look at feet when you're a kid. You can't look at other people. You can't look at things that look good. When you look away from shit that you don't want to see, you can look at other things that have learning and knowledge. You don't always have to be someone who's just looking at body parts that other people missed. You don't ever have to look at a body part. But anyway, that basically makes quick. Squeaky, squeaky. Hey, let's go to McDonald's. It'll be fun. No, that is a waste. Ronald McDonald is going to be gone. He is a waste. He's in the way. There's too many buildings. Corporations are a waste. It doesn't have any originality. It doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough anything. It's like everything is just a store. It's like there's only 10 people in the world, and it just revolves around them. And it is a fucking waste. And I'm just tired of being just a stock character. I want to be someone who is himself and is not having to, keep choosing shit. And keep choosing shit by choosing. And then like, what the oxygen orange is? And then you can't see what the hell this shit is because everyone else is mapped out in the wrong places. And, so that is the problem with this, and it's why it's bad health. This is how you get your teeth brushed. Okay? So we have quick and quick. And what is Squeaky doing, bitch? Squeaky doing, master? Splash waterfalls. Alright, so we have quick right here. And then we have a rabbit. And this is just a rabbit. And then we have, it's supposed to be the Bugs Bunny, basically. Or just a bunny. It turns into a bunny when I close my eyes and then I make the shape because I know it's comfortable and I can draw it with my tooth. You draw it with your teeth because they're inside of your root here. Having teeth and then wanting to stay in there instead of them wiggling and trying to get out, I know how that shit feels. When they're in there and they feel solid, you brush your teeth and they feel 100% solid, doesn't feel like you have like a little tiny fucking hat and you look like a fucking bitch that's just like looking at goddamn, like drawer spaghetti. And just words that I don't ever want to hear. Ever. This makes a clean carrot bite sound after that. It becomes this, and then it does the eating and stuff, or whatever the rabbit does, and then it becomes this. And that's supposed to be a good thing. Now, if it's a bad thing, we're talking about with a claw, and it can't pronounce it, and it starts spitting, and someone's hucking the guy down. Oh, I'm going to punish you. I'm going to make you wash your teeth out with soap, boy. I saw that cousin. I'm going to give him some blue Kentucky DNA. With my 9 family members called mother, father, and uncle and aunt and sister and brother and, grandparent and grandparent and grand, and let's just put a bikini on it, and then we'll just take one of these guys' fucking long ass hairs, and then we'll just smoke some tobacco in a pipe. Does that sound logical to you? Alright, so it will make a debit sounding like Debbie, if not sound, and it will be the action of a privately molested 9-year-old boy or girl. And it will make you look like a little, Game Boy monkey. And then we have the and sign, which gets untwined, and then it stretches out and it straightens. If not, then it's ABC gum being threatening sounds. Chewed gum on the ground, smells good. Black people's feet, listen to Yin Yang Twins, smell their feet, see how much too much dog lapping. Can't really imagine anything, not enough nutrients. Okay, quick. This pronounces the word Kush. Here's the diagram. Nesquik, or drinking a dirty soot from a soggy 2-day-old boot-ass looking fucking boot that's been in the river with fucking sand and bullshit, and drinking that and chugging it all at once with somebody's nasty 2-day-old foot and chugging a Nesquik tastes the fucking same sound. has the word suck sound in it. And it has liking nature after everything and wanting to eat sand grains. And it's like desert dirt and a thirsty seagull eating a Cheeto. And it's like one too many Cheetos, and that's the sound, if not. Then we have, click, cricks, crickets, and crips. All pronounces quid, and without dipping mouth pronounces clit, and then it pronounces quit. In 2 syllables, can't in any way do 1 syllable, so be quit instead of quit. And pencils with lotion is what you would be hearing. And no dick and no pussy or anything, just those pencils with lotion, and just how annoying it is to be a piece of wood and a little desk that moves. And that's all you have, And then, here's the same. And same would be if Bonic same sounds like mime and doesn't continue sound if not. So that's what it would look like. You got a string in your mouth saying sime, in time.